You're listening to the Claret and Big Blue podcast on the Pass the Gravy Podcast Network.
Goat's vagina, that thing is huge.
You said that, not me.
Come on, take it away by Wing. Slam TV! Oh, it's glorious! What? We just become best friends? Yep. Give me a hell yeah!
And we are live.
We'll do it live!
Welcome everyone to Claret and Big Blue, probably the only podcast on the internet dedicated to West Ham United and the New York Giants. That's right, football and football, balls for everyone's taste. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined as always by Mr. Alex Middleton. Alex, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. What's up, dude?
Not much. I'm less energetic and enthusiastic as I was last week. How was?
I agree. I agree with that.
How was your? Because obviously in the US it was Mother's Day this week, and how was your Mother's Day? Obviously not.
Well, I learned that
being ruined by a.
I learned that by you.
Okay.
I wished your mama happy. You said Happy Mother's Day to Mama Middleton. I was like, and to Mama Fish as well. And you're like, well, asshole, you're actually 2 months behind. So sorry, dude. But you said Father's Day is the same day.
Father's Day is the same. It's like June something, right?
What? Like, why?
I don't know how.
So we've already covered. Y'all don't have the same 4th of July as us. You definitely don't have the same Thanksgiving as us. What other holidays am I missing on? Y'all have Boxing Day. I know Boxing Day is like day after Christmas, right? Only because there's soccer games there. And if I am correct, Boxing Day was because that's what all of the kings, like leftover king's feast, they would give to the peasants afterwards. Or am I making that up?
From what I heard is when like people would have their help within their house, who would living help, they would send them home the day after Christmas with a little box of gifts and stuff to take back to their money to take back to their family. And they would spend Boxing Day with their family and then go back to work for them for the other 364 days.
That's
what
nice
I heard.
of them.
I don't know. I never had a person that I had to give a box to. I wasn't that privileged.
Seems like that's like y'all's Columbus Day, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Sounds sketchy. But I mean, Canada has it as well because obviously they were ruled by us, and they still technically are. So
jokes on them.
Yeah, I feel it's. See, how do you do Christmas? So this is how I want it because what we do it here in my household.
Do you mean like do you go to spend time with like your family, or do you stay at Hogwarts? Like, is that what you were referring to? That's what they do in England, right?
Wasn't where I was going to go with that one, but I mean, not everyone goes to Hogwarts. You know, you have to be invited.
I'd stay with the Weasleys. They seem fun.
Redheads.
You don't think so?
Kind of scary.
I don't know. They look like a tree. Wasn't it? It was like a big tree.
I don't know.
Maybe not. I don't know. It's been a minute.
It's been a while. Fun fact: I started watching those because I think they're now available on
Disney Plus,
one of the streaming services. But before that, I started watching them on YouTube TV. I used a 3 months subscription on YouTube TV, and so I was settled to record them all, and then it started for some reason. I started watching, I think, the 4th one, and it started it an hour in. So I was like, "Oh fuck this," and I just never went back.
Wow.
So I have no idea. I have no idea how. Does Harry Potter die at the end? Does he save the day?
Well, dude, now you gotta watch it.
Yeah. Anyway, the point I was making was, so over here, we seem to do like, you get together with the family on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day you just kind of chill by yourself or whatever and eat leftovers.
Well, I've done it like multiple ways. It just depends. Like my family would do it where we would go to like my grandmother's on Christmas Eve. It would do like the big family would do that thing. And then Christmas Day, we'd kind of like do our own Christmas thing. But then we would go hang out with our family for like a Christmas dinner or whatever.
Interesting.
But not as long and not as big of a deal as Christmas Eve. But my family now, like if there's any kids listening, turn it off. Turn off the podcast right now. But so like since we're older now, we just do so we'll go to Christmas Eve with our family, and then my parents and my brother and my girlfriend and I or whatever, we'll go back to my parents' house, and then we'll just open our gifts. And then we sleep in on Christmas morning, and that's awesome. Instead of having to be like, oh, let's get up super early and open gifts. We're like, hey,
to pretend that was brought to us overnight.
You guys, what if we all just did it now? Hung up and kept drinking a little bit later, and then we sleep in the morning. Nailed it.
Yeah, that's what we do now is get together Christmas Eve, open up the gifts at midnight, go home about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, pretty drunk, and then just do nothing on Christmas Day. But in England, the way we do it in England is kind of almost like a mashup between American Christmas and Thanksgiving, because over here, or at least here in the Northeast, I don't know how you do it in Texas, but like the day before Thanksgiving, back in normal times, that's where you go hang out with your friends at bars and shit, right? And then you do.
Because everybody in college and stuff would be getting in town that day, so that was kind of like, hey, that's everywhere.
Okay, so in England, that's how Christmas is done. Like, so Christmas Eve, you go to the bars with all your friends, and then you do the family thing on Christmas Day.
Well, I feel like here we would always like, especially like that when you're that college age, you know, like you're just everybody's getting back in town around that time, and I guess just for Christmas, so many people go out of town, so we don't like it's not as big a deal. But like everybody comes home for Thanksgiving mostly, it feels like, and then you just see each other a couple weeks later at Christmas, and you're like, oh, let's kind of do this over. You just don't do it Christmas Eve or Christmas Day as much, I guess.
Because that's the beauty of England being so tiny. Even if your friends go out of town, they're still like a
couple hours away.
Yeah, it's like whatever. Anyway, talking of the gifts of Christmas, the gift that keep on giving.
It is Christmas time, after all.
Yep, almost. What are we now? 20.
Christmas in July is sort of close.
About 8 weeks away. Are you excited?
Start your Christmas shopping, kids.
It's smart. I do it now because I always every year leave it to the last minute.
But like, what if you did it now and they didn't want what you got them? Or like, what if they got exactly what you got? Right. And then you're like, fuck, there was my Christmas gift.
But is it not the perfect gift? Because see, I knew you wanted it because you bought it for yourself.
Yeah, I don't think you get, but then you don't have to, so you don't have to buy them anything. And like, I gave it to you now. So don't like Christmas. Remember when I got that back in May? Well, there it is.
I have no idea what you just said.
I don't think you get a pass. Oh no, I'm saying like you just say, hey, remember that thing I got you back in May? Well, there it is. So Merry Christmas. It's like, but I don't think you get a free pass for buying it now and giving it to them now.
No. See, I have this time of year is when it's all because I have like birthday, Valentine's Day, and then anniversary all like in a very close proximity.
A little cluster.
Very expensive time of year in the fish household.
Yeah, Christmas is that way around me. My dad is the 28th, my brother is the 31st. Then obviously you have Christmas, and then Emma or my girlfriend's is January 30th. So it's all like within that same span. And then like my mom's it was just Mother's Day, and then my mom's birthday is Sunday too. So my mom's birthday is always right around Mother's Day. So you just double up. But my mom's cool, so like, duh, I want to celebrate my mom twice.
But for the late January birthday, do you sometimes just go all out and be like, this is a joint birthday Valentine's thing? Are you brave enough to do that?
Nah, I'm cool with just doing the solo birthday thing.
Just make it rain. Sports. Let's talk about sports, I guess.
Let's do that.
So if you heard that, I'm getting all tangled up, the MLS... apparently now that they've obviously conquered America, because obviously clearly the MLS is the biggest sport in America right now.
Well, it's
Obviously.
bigger than the USL.
That's a win.
So that's one. Yeah.
But so they're not content with taking over America because they've achieved that check. They want to take over the world and become a world player. And apparently their strategy to do that is to slightly rename some of the teams. Have you seen them? So the Columbus Crew.
I did see this.
Columbus Crew is now just Columbus SC.
But they still are going to be allowed to call them the Crew. They're just not on the badge. And like a lot of their shop called Crew shop. It's just to say Crew on like in the stadium and stuff. But their official name is Columbus SC.
Yeah.
It was like, we're going to change. We're not changing it. We're definitely not changing it. We are changing it, but we're not changing it. But no, we are. Yes. Yes. The logo. Yes, we did change that. But are we changing it? No. No. Yes. The name. Yes, we changed that, but well, we're not changing it, but we are changing it. We are, but we're not. You guys got that? It's pretty easy to understand, right? We're doing it, but we're not.
We're still the Crew, but we're not the Crew.
But we're not the Crew. But we are the Crew. We're not the Crew, but you can call us the Crew. But just that's not who's writing checks anymore. Just Columbus SC comes in the check. That's pretty much like, I don't get it. I do, but it's like I read into it. It looks like whatever they're trying to do with this new stadium they're launching, they want to do that simultaneously, and supposedly it's going to be ready here and during this season. I don't know if like they're going to do the complete rebrand or if they've already done the rebrand. I haven't watched. I can't tell you the last Columbus Crew game I watched, honestly. Although they are the champions, I found that out today, which is probably
are they really
bad? Yeah,
right. I honestly did not know that.
Shows how well we watch the MLS. You know, after the Dynamo refused to sign me, I pretty much tuned out.
A Dynamo, an MLS team? I thought they were NAS, and whatever. I thought they were the next one down for some reason.
Oh, we have the Houston Dash, the NWSL for the ladies. And then we have Rachel Daly, who used to play for women's West Ham. So that's near and dear to my heart. So I'm a big Dash guy over here. Dash on, I think, is the hashtag.
And that's the segue. Beautiful.
But we have Houston Dynamo FC here.
When a lot of people were getting upset because we didn't save the Crew for this to happen, blah, 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 blah. Apparently, one of the reasons they're doing this is because they want to be able to appeal to the worldwide football. Adrian is asking. Adrian is asking Houston Dynamo to sign Alex. But they're trying to do this in kind of a way of increasing their global expansion because they think that the problem with like other football fans in the world not caring about MLS is apparently the names of the teams. That's apparently what they're thinking.
Well, I mean, really, when you think of the great American cities, like I mean, obviously, you not being from the U.S., before you stepped foot over here, I'm sure you'd be, New York City, right? Maybe Los Angeles, San Francisco, the Columbus, Ohio would probably be right next on that list, right? Like Chicago, Illinois, Columbus, Ohio. They're simultaneous.
It's just above.
It's like
Vegas.
We really have to highlight that we are. Yeah, we have to highlight that we are just like those cities.
Yeah, because everyone knows the famous saying, "What happens in Columbus stays in Columbus."
A lot of people don't remember that apparently, but yeah, that was originated there, and then Vegas stole it actually, and the War of Columbus.
Yeah. So get ready, world.
Not written about enough in the history.
If you are a football fan or a soccer fan, as they, see that's the thing, right. I get right. Americans call it soccer.
I'm calling it soccer. I refuse to not call it soccer.
I'm not one of these people that get it's football. Like I don't care that it's called soccer over here. But if you are again trying to claim that you are wanting to get hip with the kids in Europe, stop calling it soccer. Call it.
Oh yeah, you want to tell us that about the metric system too, bro? Fuck you. We're America. We do it like when you tell us like, hey, join us. This will be easy if we all do it. We're like, no. I'm gonna do my thing. Yeah, we're using miles instead of kilometers. Shit, this is what we're doing. We're using Fahrenheit. You got the rest of the world. Y'all fuck around with Celsius. Like that's what America is about, bro. So like, I love the idea that they're just keeping SC. I think more teams should say SC instead of FC. This is America, buddy.
There should be a consistent, because there are some SCs and there are some FCs. It's very confusing in MLS.
You know what they should really be? They should all just be USAs. Is what they should be. Columbus, USA, baby. Or Uncle Sam. He can be the mascot of every team.
You got two New York teams. What are New York USAs and the New York
Red Bull
Americanas?
USA. Well, no, Red Bull's already got the branding. Like if you buy a team outright like that, like I don't care. You do whatever you want, Red Bull.
And they do. They do whatever the fuck they want. Who would have thought? I know we are going rambling on.
Who cares?
Who would have thought that some guy who just created some shitty energy drink would now have enough money to own
3?
About 5 football teams?
I know. Yeah, I was like, I can think of 3 at least.
I know they've got New York Red Bulls. They have RB Leipzig. Then they have Salzburg in Austria.
Oh yeah, you're right. They do have Salzburg.
And then they have, I want to say they have one in Africa somewhere. And then maybe one in Australia. I don't know. But yeah, they've got
whatever race was on, whatever like car race was on, like Indy race, they were all Red Bull racing too. So they also are like every race team, and then all of those like stunt jumps they would do like in Las Vegas was like Red Bull Extreme. And it's like I get Red Bull gives you wings, but like I guess that's more on brand than like just buying every soccer team. But like, do you think they were big soccer people? It seems like it.
Well, they have 2 Formula One teams as well. Don't know if you're ever into Formula One racing.
That was what it was then, right? That's
they have
racing,
2
basically.
They have 2 Formula One teams, and then they have their own circuit as well. They own a Red Bull ring. They own that's what like the fuck.
It's pretty well branded around the world. You gotta give them that. They're consistent.
Here's because this isn't fit for this because we like to stay on topic on this show.
We are on topic very much most of the time. Sometimes
a little fun topic of discussion for a pasta gravy show. Maybe do a little bit of synergy here, ladies and gentlemen. You could talk about your favorite brands that are now so synonymous that they become almost like the verb, if that's correct, or the noun. I can't remember.
Like Googling something, or even if you're drinking some shitty, cheap, like Bang energy drink, or whatever, you just go, I'm just going to grab a Red Bull. That kind of, that's good. I don't say that, but
you know what I'm saying. Right?
But I get what you like. That's like a Coke. What are you drinking? A Coke? Yeah. Some people say soda, but a lot of people just say it's a Coke, and that could be anything.
Do you know? Before we move on, that's one of the things. Whenever I go into a restaurant and for some reason I'm not drinking or whatever it might be, and they go, "Oh, can I get a Coke, please?" and they say, "Oh, we have Pepsi. Is that okay?" I want to leave that restaurant right away.
No, you say, "Is Monopoly money okay?"
Yeah.
It's not.
It's if I'd have wanted
that was not my joke. I stole that, but
damn it, Pepsi sucks. That's.
I don't think it's as bad as everybody says it is.
Fountain Pepsi's good. Rest of it, we good? For some reason, I keep losing.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but so yeah, Fountain Pepsi, good. Not in the can though,
or the bottle. Tastes flat as soon as you open it. Anyway, so MLS, check. After, let's talk a bit about before we obviously going to talk about the West Ham. They played over the weekend. What they got to go and let's.
Why don't we just say soccer? Let's just knock out soccer, dude. I just want to get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid off. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off.
Okay, right. So obviously West Ham played Everton, and kind of. I mean, I know you have your opinions on the officiating of that game, but let's be real. West Ham kind of shit the bed.
We did. I'm not saying we didn't play poorly. I'm just saying we also got fucked officiating wise. Like, we couldn't really get a lot of momentum going because there was just bullshit fouls called either way. And then, like, they'd let, if you're to call it one way, like, let them be physical. But there was some shit that was like, all right, we're just gonna card up Souček right there again. Like Souček has been, how many terrible cards has Souček gotten? I don't know, but I was very frustrated. I was done with Mikel Antonio. I was done with him. I thought that was a pretty after a great performance the week before. I was really disappointed with Antonio's performance. What about you? What did you think?
Yeah, I think anyone ahead of the halfway line kind of lacked, because we dominated the game. What did we have? Something like stupid, like 70% of possession. We dominated the game, but we just had nothing.
69%. Nice.
Good
69. That's cool.
But we had nothing. We just had, I don't know. We just lacked everything. So we didn't have a single shot on target. I know that for a fact.
And fucking Benihana almost had that goal, dude. And I was just, if Benihana had it, do you know how happy I would have been for that guy? Just give him a goal before the end of the season, please. It just didn't curve just enough.
And just to tease, they showed about 20 angles of that, and they just kept going. Oh, this angle makes it look closer.
Just while we're on the topic of angles, I feel like, and I mentioned this during the broadcast while I was watching the game. I feel like we should have like the option to have like a little picture-in-picture box where it's just on the goal, so you can see really how close balls go to going in. Because sometimes you're like, yeah, that was way over the net and wasn't going to go in at all. But like, for a second, you think like, I think we just evened it up. And you're looking for it. Is it in the back of the net? No, it's not. It's over the net. How'd that get there? I think like maybe just like for perspective, just give us a little around when they're around the box. Just show us like right at the goal.
Yeah, because sometimes you get the good optical illusions where you think, oh, going in, it's going in. Oh, it's gone off somehow. How did that happen?
And there were like 3 of those or 4 of those during Sunday's game that I felt like were going in. When you see it, it wasn't really as close as it looked. Benihana's was pretty close, I felt like, but I don't know. It was just frustrating to like almost think you scored that many times. And then Dawson really shit the bed, giving up that goal. Is it Calvert-Lewis?
Yep.
Yeah, he really just like I don't know what happened with Dawson there. He played pretty well otherwise, but it was like that was really the big gaffe we had like defensively. I mean, I thought that they had some shots that they didn't need to get off. I think that like we definitely didn't play great defensively, but like they weren't really able to put together too much stuff. Fabianski had a couple of awesome saves that kept us in the game, but just offensively, it was anytime we had a chance there, and we had a ton of chances. It was like we were hesitating to make a move. There were so many guys that I felt like should have taken shots. I thought Lanzini had a couple opportunities to get a shot off and just hesitated or waited a second too long or passed when he didn't need to pass it, and we gave the ball away too much. I don't know what happened. It felt like we were nervous, and it wasn't against the big team we should be nervous against.
Yeah, because there was a lot of sexy football going on, because we were like one touching, pass, chip it over there, player, pass, but it just seemed
they're doing too much of it. They're trying to be pretty. They're trying to score the perfect goal.
But then once we got towards their box, we just didn't know what to do, or maybe we got scared or something, and then we just kind of chipped it in, and nothing would happen. Goal kick.
Everton's defense did a great job of crowding the box too, and like they didn't let us really have any time to like make a decision, but still like you have to figure it out. You got to like. I felt like in the second half too, we just kept passing back way too much, and like I was not. I don't know. It was a pretty disappointing game, man. I was in a pretty bad mood. I was in a pretty bad mood to start that.
Yeah, I was watching the game on my phone in the car going to the Mother's Day festivities. So it just ruined my fun. But yeah, that's one of my pet peeves. West Ham do it a lot. I'm sure other teams do it. I don't watch other teams as much as I watch West Ham. But that thing where it looks like we've got a good attack going, and then someone will pass it back slightly, and then next thing you know, it's back to Fabianski. It's like, why have you gone that far back? What are you doing? It looks like we're just trying to find a gap, and we just couldn't find one. I don't know. But yeah, I think
and then they panicked and then tried to force anything. And yeah, I don't know. We had who had injured at the beginning. I'm fucking completely blanking on it. He went off, and then we had to put in. Was it Bowen? It wasn't Bowen.
Lanzini, was it?
Lanzini got injured. Yeah. But like he got injured, and we had to kind of shift people back and move people over. And I think it was Bowen that came in, then moved him over, and then we moved Benrahma back. And it just we were behind it then. Like now we're on our fourth stringer at that position. Like that's obviously going to go against us and like our odds. But I just thought that we had too many opportunities offensively to not capitalize on any of them, especially only giving up the one goal. At least I wanted the 3 there, man. We needed the 3 really for champions purposes, but you needed at least 1. You can't let Everton take the 3. You can't let them completely take the 3 against you, even at home. And I don't give a shit if there aren't fans.
And now, because that was, I mean, we alluded to it last week. I think just the way we could have confidently looked at it. I think if we'd have won that game, then that would have been at the very least Europe secured. Boom, we're in Europe next season. Sweet. Whereas now
I feel like we have to win.
I don't know.
All of them? I think all of them.
Realistically,
9 points.
We have to win all 9 and that's we could the way this how close it is within
Such
the top
a fucking
8
West Ham position to be in right now.
How close it is within the top 8. We need to win pretty much all 3, even to secure probably. Well, if we win, obviously, if we win all of the games, then we could. The worst case, we'll finish 6th, if I'm correct, because Liverpool have an extra game in hand. But we could still potentially finish 4th if we win all 3 games as well. It's pretty
yeah. What we've really done that, like we talked about several weeks back, was we had our own destiny. We controlled our own destiny, and fucking it up against Chelsea. I mean, I would argue that, let's not get into Kavanaugh again, but there was a handball that should have been a penalty, but whatever. The Chelsea loss really put us behind it, and that gave us a little bit of control of our destiny where we could still make Europe. Game. But the Newcastle game, shit in the bed there, and then Everton was really our last chance. Like now we have to, we are in front of a lot of teams. So if we do win out, we're 5th right now. If we win out, we're gonna go to Europa.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that, but now we got to really hope for for Champions League. It's 100% out of our control now. Like we have to hope that Chelsea sucks and Chelsea just beat City, so they're not going to have that happen. United just fell to Leicester, and we were really okay. I remember Sunday we were like, whoa, okay, well now it's Leicester that we're chasing. We're chasing Leicester. Chelsea's probably not catchable at this point, and then Leicester comes out and wins now. So I don't know. We are struggling at the worst possible time this year to struggle.
I think what we were saying before we started. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong because
it was about as terrible of a weekend for West Ham as it could have been.
Man City could have helped us hugely by beating Chelsea.
Tottenham did lose though.
Tottenham lost. That helps.
Well, that's not that's no right.
And then
Kane. Did I see that Kane wants out? Maybe I'm just talking all over the place. I apologize, but
I'm sure he.
Did I see that they were talking about taking offers for him?
If they're smart, they will, because he's getting to the point where I think he's realizing that. In his prime, because what is he, 27, 28? In his prime, he's not going to win anything with Tottenham, realistically. So he wants out. And I think if Tottenham was smart, they would sell him, because I'm sure it's only going to be probably Man City, maybe Man United, maybe like a PSG or something, who's going to... They could get like a handsome prize for him, and then they could reinvest that to get 2, maybe even 3 players to help them in the rebuild process. But I think if they just keep going as they're going now, it's just flogging a dead horse, and they're just going to always be the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Well, do you think Harry Kane just may not have the clutch gene? Maybe that's something we got to ask ourselves. Maybe he just doesn't have what it takes. Draco Malfoy looking ass.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're in Slytherin. Slytherin loses, dude.
Another Harry Potter reference. I don't understand. But, he is a wizard, Harry. You are a wizard, Harry. That's my favorite.
You're a wizard, Harry.
That is my favorite possible video meme that I've ever seen, where they have him like, "You're a wizard, Harry," and it cuts to Harry Kane. Oh, thank you very much. It's hilarious. I could watch that all
That's
day.
pretty great.
But yes. So in conclusion, though, what we've got is a little inside information here. So the XWHU employee always gets the inside scoops. Us at Claret and Big Blue podcast, we got the inside scoop because what we have is exclusive video footage of Mark Noble talking to the players after the Everton game. Exclusive here on Claret and Big Blue podcast. Are you ready for this, Alex?
Oh, yeah.
So this is Mark Noble talking in the dressing room to the West Ham players.
It is
after.
grainy footage, so it may not look like Mark Noble, but it's Mark Noble.
Yeah, the footage isn't great, obviously, because we had to get it, but we got it. And it's just what he had to say to the West Ham players after the West Ham loss against Everton.
We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've come too far. There's too much to lose. We've got to just keep our composure.
I mean, it's moving stuff. It's really moving. Like, I want to run through a wall after that. So I hope the players do too.
Is it not me though? Is it just me that what is his name? The guy who's in the Wedding Crashers.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, he in that video.
Was he in the West Ham huddle?
He kind of looks like he could be Declan Rice in that. Like he could.
He probably
could
is.
Declan Rice.
But that was Declan Rice, dude. He had the glasses on. He was wearing glasses. You just didn't.
That's what I meant to say. In the exclusive footage we just obtained, Declan Rice for some reason looked a little bit like Vince Vaughn in that footage, which is quite weird. But yeah, moving stuff. So, I can't help but still stay positive.
Yeah, dude, we're positive vibes only, bro. We're positive vibes only. I'm gonna get mad after every loss, but we're gonna bring it back. We're here to hype the team up, even though I'm sure they're all watching actually, but we're here to support the team. We're not gonna root against them. We're not gonna be like just angry about everything. We're upset right now, but we're disappointed. We're not mad.
But you got to think. So Man United shit the bed against Leicester today, but they put out very much their second string team, very much, because presumably they want to keep the big boys for Liverpool. So I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that Man United will beat Liverpool on Thursday. And then what we need to do is Leicester or Chelsea. Probably going to be Leicester. But whatever, we'll take either one of them. One of those teams to lose their final games, and then us to win our final 3 games. And then it's Champions League, baby. We can still do it with 3 games to go.
Yeah, we need to just win out, man. 3 more wins. 3 more wins. Wrap up the season with 3 wins, and we'll forget all about Everton.
I think we have to take a step back. Yes.
We'll have to look at the Mark Noble speech right there and be like, was that what turned West Ham around at the end of the season?
It will be.
Which was exclusive video footage you saw here.
So please, credit Claret Big Blue podcast when you reuse that. But if you take a step back, yes, frustrating loss against Everton on Sunday, but again, how West Ham has been the last several years, just a simple fact that there are still ways in which West Ham can qualify for the Champions League with 3 games to go.
Like, I don't believe it, but yeah.
Still pretty good. I'm happy.
I'll take it.
That way. I'll take it. But it would be also the most West Ham thing to finish the season 8th.
Or 10th or some shit. Yeah, just drop everything.
Oh, if Arsenal... I don't think they actually...
No, they better not. Don't even bring it up. We don't even need to think about it. I don't even want to think about it.
Arsenal... Yeah, they could still finish above us. But they won't. They won't because they're shit.
Exactly.
Now, shall we move on to a different kind of football, or should we preview what do we think is going to happen against Brighton?
Well, I think we should both just say Brighton is going to lose. Like West Ham will get their win, will bounce back.
They're going to get crushed.
What is Brighton's relegation area, right?
Well, technically no, because Fulham, West Brom, and Sheffield United are all now 100%.
Oh, are they officially? Okay, I guess I didn't remember that.
So
Brighton was
Brighton
right
are
at the bottom.
17th, but they are safe. But yeah, in their form guide, the last 5 games, draw, loss, win, loss. They're not looking too tasty. But then again, we are win, loss, win, loss. So, but it's Brighton. And they also have, I think, their best player, Dunkerton. I can't remember his first name. It's Dunk. He got sent off in the last game, so he's going to be suspended for a...
Oh, good.
So it's all coming up Millhouse right now, I think. And I think that's
It's going to be darling like a Marlin when we're back.
Yeah. That's the game where we're going to come back. Mark Noble's speech is going to jazz up the people, jazz up the players, and I think it's going to be something ridiculous like 4-0.
I could see that. I'm going to go 3-1 just because we're West Ham. And we can't keep clean sheets this year.
And I am going to do the traditional, write this down, and then forget about it by next week. But I'm going 4-0, you're going to 3-1. And I think, just to make it quite poetic, I think the player that's going to make it 4-0 is 4-Nows. 4-Nows,
4-0. 4-0, yep.
And then the other 3 goals are going to be Benihana's hat-trick. They're going to...
Onion Volcano, baby. Let's go. We can drop the Benihana merch. We need to.
Is that what we're waiting for? We're waiting for like him
to
finally first or his first goal.
And then we'll put it out there. And then we'll buy it. No one else will, but still, we'll put it out there.
And then Benihana can sponsor this podcast, and we can like give away like, hey, if Ben Rama scores the next game, you get a free Onion Volcano just by saying Claret and Big Blue. It'd be beautiful.
I like it.
We can take over the world. Because Chili's, even though they fuck, they don't want to sponsor us. But Benihana,
not yet.
It's your opportunity. It's your opportunity.
Swoop in.
Slide into our DMs. We were happy to promote you. And just the merchandise, we're just going to go... no, we'll talk about it. We don't want to spoil it. But,
merch.cbbpod.com.
Yep. Where you can buy our Viva la Dime shirt and also the Stop Hammers Time new t-shirt. It's pretty sweet. Someone requested it. We put it up. They didn't buy it. That's how life goes sometimes.
What?
Looking at you, Adrian. But whatever. No hate. Talking of merch, and before we get into our Giants talk, tomorrow, new episode of our podcast, Daddy Pass the Gravy. And I believe you have a little bit of new merch that you want to promote that you're wearing. Looks pretty freaking sweet.
Oh, I just finally got my Pass the Gravy Darling Like a Marlin shirt. I got all of the colors available, but I only got 2 of the ones showed up today. But yeah, passthegravymerch.com. It's a cool way to say, hey, man, that's badass. It's Darling Like a Marlin. And we have a beer release coming along on Saturday, May 29th at Southern Star Brewing Company, if you're in the great state of Texas.
And if you somehow know how to ship beer to New Jersey,
I'll ship you some. I'll figure out how.
We could just drive up here. It should be a nice road trip. It would only take
to hand you a 6-pack.
20 hours.
Okay, I gotta go back, dude. Sorry. It's been fun.
I get 18 hours in. Shit, I left the stove.
I could probably do it in a whole weekend.
Be a fun weekend.
Maybe.
Or maybe. We'll put that on the maybe pile of things to do this weekend.
Just drive up Friday, give it to you, then turn around immediately and come back. All right, dude.
Do it.
Who wants to mail stuff? And we could just do it in person.
So you could, and then we could record a podcast together, and then you leave.
I don't know if I'd have time, honestly.
Now I want to find out how long it actually takes. I imagine it's going to be quite a long journey. Speaking of, though, people that are going to come from Dallas to the New York area, segue. New York Giants schedule is released tomorrow. What do you think? Are we going to get the traditional, where it just seems like every single year we have a season opener against the Cowboys? Or do you think they're going to be smart and make it Eagles-Giants first game?
I want Eagles because we want to fucking get revenge on the Nate Sudfeld bullshit that they pulled at the end of the season, where they just intentionally threw it to keep us out of the playoffs. Do I think we're gonna get that? Absolutely not. No, we're gonna get Cowboys Giants probably Sunday night at Jerry World, because Texas doesn't have any restrictions on capacity for Jerry World during football season. It'll be full capacity, and they're gonna fucking have the whole Dak injury thing playing over and over and over and over, because it'll be his return. And yeah, it's gonna be that. That's what it's gonna be. It's been like, I think, like, so 8 of the last 12 years we'll have played the Cowboys on opening day.
But I think even by then, apparently Governor Murphy of New Jersey has claimed that he feels good about having 100% capacity at MetLife by the beginning.
But like on
of the
that
season.
Sunday night, I feel like they'll show, because it'll have to be where he got hurt, and he got hurt in Dallas. So it'll be like Sunday Night Football. Hey, we're gonna show you, like, fans are back in the stands, and like they're gonna show you, like, with one of the bigger stadiums that there is in the league,
That's
filled
true.
to capacity. So it's like, has all of the writing on the wall to me. I will be shocked if we don't get the Cowboys, and I will also be thrilled if we don't get the Cowboys week 1. I'm not saying I'm scared of the Cowboys, because fuck the Cowboys. We're gonna kick their ass when we play them. But I just don't want to play in week 1. Let's play in week 2. I don't care. We could go Philly, Cowboys, start off against our rivals, fuck them up.
It is predictable. It's still like the Thanksgiving game. It's always Dallas versus Washington every year.
Yeah, which is a historic rivalry, so I don't really hate that.
But the only reason they did that was because of the culturally insensitive name that Washington used.
So I agree, and I was offended by it on behalf of everyone else. But that's what it's going to be, dude. So, like, I've looked at our schedule, not our schedule, but the opponents we've got. You have Washington, Philly, Dallas, home and away. That's 6 games. We do have the 17th game this season, and we will have 9 away games. We'll be at Miami. So that'll, like, I don't know, like, are they going to do? Because I feel like every team has played a divisional game the final week of the regular season as of late. Ever since they switched over and had an even number of 32, I feel like it was always like divisional games that were at the end, because those are typically the deciding games. Right. Remember, we played Dallas, Washington played Philly. I feel like we've always ended up against Dallas or Philly or Washington the last couple of years, though. But I don't know if they're just going to tack on like, and game 17, or like the Dolphins going to be peppered in week 4. Who knows? But
I imagine it's going to be that case. I'm sure they just mentioned that Giants' quote unquote 17th game will be against Miami.
Because you want the drama of having an opportunity to win a division or whatever, or play a division rival that may still care and may want to fuck over the other team. I guess that was good for football last year, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. We got a pretty tough schedule, but we're catching some teams, I think, at the right place that maybe have like are rebuilding and may not be there yet. The Bears, we have a chance to like help our draft stock on them. The Rams should be good, but like who knows how good. Panthers, we're gonna get at home. Panthers and Raiders and Broncos. We get the whole AFC West, but we get Broncos and Raiders at home. So like those are 2 teams that are not quite back yet. That are building up. I don't think the Falcons are going to be anything too good. We're going to NFC South as our other division we're playing. We have Falcons and Panthers at home, Saints and Bucks on the road. I don't know, man. I think our road schedule is going to be tough. Obviously, we have we're gonna have Tampa, Kansas City, and not San Diego, Los Angeles, the Chargers. We have both LAs, but we're gonna have the Chargers on the road. And I think the Chargers are gonna be pretty good this year.
What could you see that idea?
I don't know. I just feel like they. I think they drafted well. I think that Herbert's going to have another step forward this year. I think their defense is going to be healthy and able to do a bunch of stuff better. I think that their new coach is going to like revive, like kind of add a lot to it. And they'll probably they're not going to make as many dumb plays as they did last season, or just costly plays that I thought was like play calling in a lot of aspects. And I think that that's going to benefit them. So I don't think they're going to be like Super Bowl contenders or anything, but I think they could be borderline playoffs, especially with the new playoff format.
I'm hoping, just for selfish reasons, I'm hoping that the Raiders game is late in the season, like as late as possible.
Because they're not good then?
Well, no, but also a buddy of mine. He's a Raiders fan, and this is like the first time they've played in New York in quite some time. So hopefully, the more COVID shit we can get out of the way, is a better chance for us to go to the game together, and I can watch him cry as the Giants crush his Raiders.
Exactly.
Because he is not a happy Raiders fan. He is not a is it Josh Gruden? Gruden?
John Gruden.
John. Yeah, he's not a fan of him at all. Every time we hang out, he just reminds me they gave him a 10-year contract or whatever.
Not great. Not what I would have done, at least. But yeah, man, the NFL schedule is going to come out. So you really just don't want we have Bucks away. We really just don't want to be the Bucks opening game because that's probably a guaranteed loss. You always lose against a Super Bowl team unless you're us, and we sometimes lost. I think we lost to Dallas week one time after we had won the Super Bowl. But yeah, man, I think we're gonna get Dallas. So that's pretty much what I'm convinced is gonna happen at this point.
Why do they make such a big thing? Like, because it's not like it's like a randomly generated thing. It's like everyone's like, oh, it's gonna be Giants Cowboys first. Maybe. No, it is. Maybe. Find out tomorrow. No, it's gonna be. We know it is. And then it is. And it's like, oh yeah, of course.
And I saw that like each network is like throughout the morning like releasing like their primetime games. So we'll know like ESPN will release like tomorrow morning before the schedule release at night. We'll see. Oh, well, here are the Monday night games, and then I'm sure Fox is going to put their like primetime games or whatever the ones they can put, and then I think that NBC will obviously put the Sunday night schedule. So like we'll be able to process of elimination. It's very possible we'll see tomorrow morning. NBC puts out Giants Cowboys the first Sunday game of the year, Sunday night game.
Also, then the big question needs to be asked is, who's singing the Sunday Night Football theme song this year? Is it still... Is it
Carrie Underwood?
Is it still Carrie Underwood?
Probably. It better be. Or Faith, though. They can go back to Faith. I liked Faith.
I was going to say...
Gotta have Faith.
I was going to say, that's maybe an unpopular opinion, I don't know, but I think Carrie dropped the ball with the Sunday Night Football theme.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Because I was looking back on YouTube.
Get Miley Cyrus to do it.
I reckon she'd actually do a really good job.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not a big fan of hers, but I think she has the attitude and the to get a. That's what I want. I want a Sunday Night Football theme. That's what I will say. America does way better than England. Like the Sunday
theme
Night
songs.
Football. Yeah, Sunday Night Football didn't get me pumped up.
I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. You're like, yeah, I have been waiting all day for Sunday night if this is the particular game I'm wanting to watch.
When done right, that theme song can get me so jazzed and pumped up for a game that I couldn't care less about because the Giants aren't playing, but I'm like, yeah, Sunday Night Football. I love it.
The theme music, too, is really good.
When it transitions from the theme song to that,
and
then you see the players running onto the field.
You're like, yeah, we're going into battle.
Ready for war.
That's good. I also like, obviously, Monday Night Football is probably the goat of them, though. Bum 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 bum. That's the best one. Everybody knows that one.
And then
Fox's is pretty good too, but it's Monday Night Football's the goat.
Fox gets honorable mention because they obviously have Cletus, the Alabaman.
Cletus. Well, hey, folks. Well, time for football.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
Pigskin.
Robotic pigskin, though.
Beep, bop, boop. Let's play football.
Exactly.
That's exactly what he says. So, yeah, spoiler alert. Giants, Cowboys, opening game of the season. And then Dak is going to make his big comeback, and he's going to get injured again. That's my spoiler alert.
We don't wish injury
I
upon
don't wish
others.
that to happen.
We're not wishing injury upon others. Mike said that, not me.
You just know when they hype something up that big, it's just going to... Or maybe it's just me who thinks that.
Well, maybe he comes back and he throws like 12 picks. Who knows? We're like, you guys just gave all that money? Okay.
That would be hilarious if
That would be
he got
pretty
the
great.
ball straight away and he just threw a pick and we just ran a touchdown.
Jabril Peppers pick sixes it first play of the game. Aziz Ojulari gets like a sack fumble. Danny Dimes, he makes good for that 80-yard run he didn't get last year that he tripped on. He just runs it all the way in. I know it's against the Eagles, but he just does it against the Cowboys. We just curb stomp the Cowboys. We win for the second straight time. I'd be fine with that.
But I think we're going to get a lot of prime time. I think Giants are going to see a lot of prime time.
I don't. Why? We won 4 games. 5 games.
I'm not saying I want. But I think because then you have like when the Giants play the Eagles, they're definitely going to play up the whole.
They made it flex
the Giants
when we play well in the beginning of the season.
The Giants wanted Devontae Smith, and now the Eagles have got him, and it's going to be Eagles versus Giants. Blah, 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 blah.
And James Bradbury just shuts him the fuck down. Like, that'll be sick.
That'd be the only time. So, do you remember that last season when that guy who did the pie face and they jizzed in their pants? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just James Bradbury's in your face.
I also think that Kadarius Toney could have a fucking sick season for us. So we're a Kadarius Toney podcast. He's really good. He's our guy.
Did you see that video he posted of him doing like the sit down or the kneeling throw, whatever it was? Jesus.
Yeah, man. He's gonna be real good. Just watch out, everybody. I don't think I like Devin Smith is a good receiver, but Kadarius Toney pretty fucking good.
It's Toney time.
Toney time, baby.
Merch.cbbpod.com. It's coming soon. Nobody steal the idea.
Verbal trademark. We got it. Can't do it now.
Since we were too slow on the Kenny G saxophone shirt, but we'll get it. All right. Any closing thoughts? Because we've still got time. What is set up for tomorrow's? Is there any big topics of discussion going to be happening on tomorrow's Past the Gravy podcast?
Well, I mean, it's the start of mosquito season down here, so we'll talk about that a little bit. There's a tiger that was just roaming a neighborhood here in Houston, and it's kind of nobody's found it yet. So we'll talk. We're like the new like Tiger King, I guess. The city of Houston has become that. We'll talk about how we would take care of a tiger if we owned tigers. We're going to talk to I'm going to have Matt McRobert on, the punter for Sam Houston State University. They're going to the national championship game for the FCS on Sunday. He'll be talking to me about he's from Australia. So we'll be talking about I have a little boomerang theory. I don't know if you're aware of that. If you listen to the podcast, you'll know. If you don't, then just don't worry about it. I've got a little boomerang theory I'd like to throw to him and see what he thinks. See if he throws it back or if it doesn't come back. You know what I'm saying there, guys? And then I'm also going to really try and recruit Matt to the Giants because he's a senior, so they can just UDFA sign him as a free agent after Sam's season is over. And I think he's better than Riley Dixon.
Which one of you, either you or Pat's going to do it? Which one of you is going to ask him if he wants to throw another shrimp on the Barbie?
Pat's not on this interview. Pat's not allowed on the interview, so
probably for the best.
It's just going to be me. But I'm going to try my best not to do that or offer him a Foster's because it will be via Zoom, so that would be weird anyways. No, and he's in college. Like, I don't want to do any improper benefits. Like, oh, well, you got this. So it's like, I don't know. I'm playing. I don't want anything getting our star punter kicked out or in trouble or anything like that. So I'm just gonna play it by the rules, But it's gonna be a fun interview.
Since he is a college student, legally you are the only one allowed to make money off of that interview as well.
I am.
So win-win.
I should just have 4 sponsors in that segment. But he doesn't get it. Just this is what happens after college.
Yeah. Look forward to this, pal. Look forward to this. This is your future, kid.
That'll be fun. And Sam Houston State does play in that national championship game against South Dakota State. So tune into that on ABC on Sunday if it's noon your time. So a little Sunday football for you. It'll feel just like the good old days. Eat 'em up, cats. That's what we say here.
Eat 'em up.
Eat 'em up, cats.
I don't even know what our local. I think Rutgers is my local college team. I guess. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I should probably
Go
do some
go
tweeting now.
Scarlet Knight. That's Tony Soprano's favorite team.
And he is a favorite son of New Jersey, even though he's not real, but we're proud of him.
He is real. He lives in all
He
of
is real
us.
in our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Also, before we go, did you see Jesse Lingard bought his little baby some new shoes today or yesterday? I don't know when he bought them actually, but he posted about them the other day. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
A little hint to where his head's at. He bought his baby some shoes, and they were claret and blue.
Probably don't want to just buy those if you're only going to wear them a couple times.
No,
Probably want to keep those around.
So that's when he signs for Aston Villa. Now, fuck.
Or Burnley. God damn it.
That would be hot. Oh, if we lose him to Burnley, oh my god,
That'd be the worst.
Would be the worst. All right, let's pimp some shit. Make sure if you are watching, subscribe on. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. Did I do that jingle right? iHeartRadio.
That was good.
That was good. Check this out in there. Already, according to our stats, 2% of our listeners are listening on iHeartRadio.
There you go.
Since we only just jumped on the platform. Another one, there's other ones. But if you are listening to us, why not watch us? See our gorgeous faces and the painting of Alex's dog in the background.
Yeah, Wheezy's painting is glorious.
Point to it. There we go. You can watch this on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. All the links go to C&BB Pod. C&BB Pod. I think I put too many B's in there. cbbpod.com. Follow me at Mr. Mike Fish. He is at Alex J. Middleton. Anything you want to say to the beautiful boys and girls before we leave?
You have cats? Come on, you
cats.
Seahorses forever.
I'm just going to throw that in every week now. That's
I like that.
All right, beautiful. See you next Tuesday.